The solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th, 2025 is a supercharger. It's a graduation. We're graduating from a cycle that's been happening since 2023, where we have had a series of eclipses in Aries and Libra. And depending on where that falls in your chart and in your life, you've had a shake up, a wake up, an expansion, a transformation that was probably pretty big, pretty dramatic. I know that I have, in ways that I had least expected, and I am ready to graduate. And I don't know about you, but this is going to be a glorious time. And of course, anytime eclipses shake things up, wake things up, or speed things up, it is in the service of you having big, huge gains, moving forward, moving in the directions you're meant to move. So this is all really, really good. The key is to channel this energy wisely. And because this is a graduation from this series of eclipses, we're really going to get the lesson now. We're really going to get the reward now. Every time something shifts, that's pretty big in astrology, or we've moved through a cycle, at the very end, there's a big reward. So rewards are coming in the 6 months ahead. And this solar eclipse is going to be the catalyst to complete all of it. There's more happening because not only is this an Aries partial solar eclipse, new moon, it's also the day before Neptune, one of the outer planets that causes huge global change, is also switching signs. This doesn't happen very frequently. We will do a deep dive into it. But when the planet Neptune moves into Aries, we're going to get a preview now for a few months this year. Things are going to be very different, hyper creative, possibly hyper spiritual, incredibly unlimited. This is a time to just fully let go of limitations, anything holding you back. And in fact, the whole theme of this solar eclipse is that you are not going to allow anything to drag you down anymore. You're not going to let anything hold you back from that Aries spirit of being a leader in your life, of being really empowered, of being fiery and bold and visible and excited and joyful and really, truly committed to seeing all that you want get done in the world to the finish line. You're going to get things done, and Neptune in Aries is yet another way to be unlimited. This unleashing of your full creativity, this unleashing of all of these things. You may have some projects, and again, we will get into Neptune and Aries in more depth, but some projects that you've been thinking about, DIY projects, art projects, creative projects, things you want to study, things you want to learn. Now is the time with Neptune moving into Aries that you may feel just expanded to do this. This is a time of being unlimited. Similar in resonance to Pluto in Aquarius. So just imagine we have Pluto in Aquarius, which is this massive transformation and unleashing of innovation. And then we have Neptune in Aries, which is this radical, creative, spiritual, unlimited, transformational energy, all happening at the same time. And this eclipse kicks everything off. How exciting is that? So what has been that thing that you've always wanted to pursue? Or what is that thing that's coming to mind when you even think about this? Is this the time where you're going to go on a big adventure? Is this the time where you're going to pursue a dream? Is this a time where maybe you're going to do something you thought was impossible and make it possible? Things are as possible or impossible as we believe. And with this new dreamy energy really coming front and center, this isn't a dreamy floating energy. It's a dreamy energy rooted in Aries, practical, very driven, very fiery determination. So this isn't a time where you're just going to get lost in your dreams. In fact, that was the last cycle. So if for quite some time you felt it's easier to dream and visualize than it is to do and manifest, that's going to change. You're going to be able to harness this energy, and we're going to start with that with all the Feng Shui today. And this whole, as I said, whole entire eclipse is a big message that you will not allow yourself to be limited anymore. You will not allow yourself to be held back anymore. That to the best of your ability, you are committed to rooting out anything that's holding you back. And the way to begin all this change making is to get really, really grounded, really grounded. And what does that mean? It means fully present. It means fully in your body, fully confident, really strong. And the best way to start doing this is to spend more time in nature and to spend more time with your true nature. So to spend more time in nature, literally go camping, go hiking, do all your socializing outside, even just being in the sun with friends, eating outdoors or doing things outdoors, going to outdoor concerts, being outside, touching the grass, being around trees. All of that is so vital, especially if you work indoors, you live in a city. It is highly, highly, highly important. We are electrical beings. We need to be recharged, and the earth is like our power station. And what a gift it is that it is free for all of us. And that's why we have to really take care of the earth, because it takes care of us. So let's spend more time in nature, but also I highly suggest deciding to shut off your phone, all internet, all communications, all digital devices for at least a few hours a day. More and more, challenge yourself to go longer stretches of time, hearing your own thoughts, being around you, yourself, and noticing what that does. Because what it's going to do is recalibrate you so that you are in touch with your genius. And you need your genius to make the breakthroughs that this time of radical transformation is calling for. And that genius does not come even from watching videos like this. It's really within you. Hopefully this is a catalyst that gets you to start thinking about it. But all the change starts with you. So less time online, less time taking in information, more time for you. This is going to help you channel this energy and make huge breakthroughs. Now, if you're new to the channel and you haven't experienced this feng shui before, welcome. What we do here is completely free of negativity. It's all empowering. It's super creative, and it is unique. It's unlike anything else in the world. And if you enjoy this feng shui, all of you, please like the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. And for those of you who want to dive deeper into feng shui in this radical way of groundbreaking, life-changing design, the School of Intention Professional Feng Shui Certification Program is now open for registration. And there is a link below to learn more and join us in the school. You do all of this feng shui for your home, for your life. People completely transform their lives in this training, even though it is professional training. In fact, about 30% of people do it just for their personal growth. And a lot of those people wind up doing it at least semi-professionally because they fall in love with it, because the process is such a game changer. So again, details are below to learn more and join us. Now, let's get into your workplace, because your workplace is where you are going to take a lot of this Aries energy and channel it to get things done. The first thing you might want to do is feng shui your desk. I have a whole video that I'm going to link below all about feng shuiing your desk, and I highly recommend diving in and doing this. If you've watched it before, if you've done it before, do it in a new unit of time, because you are new. We're always looking for new things. We're always upgrading our energies. So this is a practice. You don't just do your feng shui once and your house is feng shuied. This is a practice of continual growth. So you always can reach for a higher level. And it's so, so thrilling. If you haven't noticed, everything's blank around me. People are like, why don't you have anything in your house? And it's because everything's changing, and it's changing, and it's all being made, and it's all being done, and it's all coming in. And so in the next few weeks, you're going to see everything around me change. And I'm going to take you along for some of the projects. A lot of you have asked for a home tour. And while I won't do a whole home tour, what I will do is show you a lot of these projects in action. So stick around. That's going to be a lot of fun. And one of the reasons why I'm mentioning this is because in times of change, things need sometimes to radically transform. So if you are ready to really dive in and start radically transforming, use this eclipse to start rooting out, as I said, the stuff that holds you back. Get deep into the decluttering. I know I mention this in every video, but I'm still carrying bags of stuff out of my house that I don't need and want, and I don't have like clutter in a traditional sense. There's always another level of freedom that we can reach by letting things go. So if you have stuff to root out of your house, do that and do it deeply. Now, another thing you could do in your home is a big clearing with some fire, because I don't want to go too heavy on fire during this massive eclipse because there's already so much energy. Clean every room of your house and carry around a candle. So light your candle and carry it from room to room to room after every room is clean, and let that candle continue to purify the energy in your space. This is a beautiful, simple ritual that can make your cleaning more fun because you're constantly grabbing the candle and moving it around. And it's also really fun because you get that extra level of clean, of clear, of sparkling and fresh, and that is magnetic. You want to set yourself up to be really productive and make the most of all of this dynamic energy. I brought this out. This is my old sand timer. I don't use this. I use an app on my phone, but this sand timer is pretty amazing to remind me to work in only 1 hour blocks. So when the sand runs out, I have to get up and take a real break. And if you have a tendency to get lost sitting at your computer until you feel really burned out, this can be a game changer. There are also apps that you can get on your phone, productivity apps that you can use that accomplish the same thing. But this is old school and it works really well, and you can still find these, and I love them. They're smaller ones like egg timers, but this is a whole hour it takes for the sand to move through the hourglass. It's very, very classic, and I love it. Now, you can also think about how you have your whole computer schedule, all your digital stuff set up. Is it really working to help you to be more productive? How can you reorganize to be more productive? Another thing you can consider doing is joining a mastermind or any kind of productivity group, or even a workout group, or any like-minded group of people that can help you to stay on track. Get an accountability partner, really work together and decide, I am going to have a breakthrough, you are going to have a breakthrough, and we're going to help each other. One thing I do with a friend of mine is we text each other all day long. I just got this. I just got this. And we celebrate every single little good thing that happens throughout the day. It is so wildly powerful. Now, to fully graduate from the lessons of this last Aries solar eclipse and to set an intention that's going to be the most powerful for you, one thing that I recommend is really sitting down and meditating on, taking a look at your life and what aspects of life, maybe it was a big project, maybe it was a big thing that happened in your life, maybe it was a big transformation, a big transition that happened around the middle of 2023 and carried on through to now. What have you learned? What have you grown through? What have you gone through? Where have you arrived? And what are the lessons that you can take from that time? That's big. And the final piece of this is, how can you then take this lesson and move forward? Now, because this is a new moon, it is of course time to set intentions. And the intentions you set right now are going to be quite supercharged. I recommend not setting that many intentions right now. I would rather you focus on 1 or 2 big things that you really want to experience and to get them very, very clear for yourself. And you might even want to spend some time outside, spend some time in the sun, spend some time by a tree, getting grounded and really feeling into those new intentions. But remember that big lesson of this eclipse: nothing is going to stand in your way because you're not going to allow it to. Nothing is going to hold you back because you're not going to sink to the level of whatever is going on around you. In life, we have a choice to either be cause or to be effect. And I choose cause. And I hope you choose cause as well. You are the creator of your life. You, of course, can't control everything, but there's so much more that you can actually control, including the ways that you respond to the things that are happening. What we do in this Feng Shui is get really rooted at home within yourself, at home within your home, and you create your life. So think about that as you set your intentions. Think about sweeping away any of the limiting ideology that might have been bouncing around in your mind, think about how nothing is going to stop you. And this is going to be a huge season of dramatic change, graduating to the highest level of life you've ever experienced. Have so much fun. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends if you'd like, because the more you share the work, the farther it gets out in the world. And I so appreciate you. Also, please let me know what happens when you do some of this stuff, because I get such incredible feedback, and it's the only reason why I make these videos, for you to do them. So anything that resonates, let me know how it works out for you. And this whole entire channel is full of videos for you to explore. So have so much fun, and I will be back soon with more.